I think the probation period, if I sentence him to probation today, I don't know that I can make that consecutive. So I think
I believe you can, Judge, and if you need to recess this proceeding, I can get you case law in pretty short order. I think
because when would it start?
It will start after he finishes his period of incarceration.
Okay. So whatever I give him, if I do prison, and then I say it's consecutive with a probation, and does it matter if it's a straight or a...
I don't believe so either, Judge. But again, I'm happy to get you some cases.
No, I appreciate the idea. Again, we've done it sometimes. I mean... What are y'all doing? What are you doing with all these?
In Texas, a judge
Not shooting people. ChatGPT.
Sir?
Not shooting people.
Not shooting people yet. What are you shooting? Why would you have these? What are you getting these to shoot at? Just to be tough and say you have guns? That's all that's happening with these guns on the street is y'all are shooting at each other, at other people, at houses, at cars, at whatever. There's no reason to have these kind of guns. These aren't hunting guns, right? You're not going to shoot a deer. Do you hunt?
I do.
Do you?
Before, but
Have you? Which one of these is your hunting gun?
none of those.
You thought you were pretty bad breaking into a cop's car, didn't you? That is some nerve. I mean, seriously, you're the second person I've had in 11 years that has had the nerve to do that. Here's what I'm going to do, because I agree with Mr. Coleman. I would like, at least in the indecency case, to get treatment and probation on that case so that we know you're not going to go make that type of bad decision again. But I'm not giving you probation on everything. You want to change your life and do better and not be young and dumb, you're going to have some time to figure that out. So in cause number 24, DCCR 0389. All right, sir, you're Bryce Thomas. And Mr. Thomas was previously in court, entered pleas of guilty in cause number 24, DCCR 0389 to the third-degree felony offense of prohibited weapon. Cause number 24, DCCR 0390, also a third-degree felony of possession of a prohibited weapon. Cause number 24, DCCR 0391, pled guilty to the state jail felony offense of theft of a firearm. Cause number 24, DCCR 0392, pled guilty to the lesser offense of indecency with a child by exposure, also a third-degree felony. There was no plea agreement. I have received and reviewed the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
State action.
In addition, there is also the largest packet I've ever received of jail incident reports in a case. Did everyone have an opportunity to review those?
Yes, I took an evening and
35 pages. Yeah.
one evening good.
State reviewed all 35 pages.
In addition, the state has filed a state sentencing memorandum. Mr. Burbank, did you receive that and were you able to review it? Okay. Anything else, any objections or corrections or additions to the report?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Burbank, you may proceed.
Your Honor, this is a very young kid that in a very short period of time stripped off the cliff and got himself in a lot of trouble. I will represent to the court that I was encased by his family. One of my issues was the recovery of the weapons because they were law enforcement. I will represent to the court that immediately, mysteriously, but
I mean, I know our jail cannot wait for you to get out. Cannot wait. Mr. Coleman?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll be brief since I put everything, I made the state's position clear in our sentencing memorandum. I'd like to briefly shift the focus from the write-up to the underlying facts in the state's
Yeah.
which I believe are
Stealing out of cop cars.
stealing from patrol vehicles, at least 2 patrol units, Your Honor. Detective Matt Dixon is here if you want to hear more details of the detective. But Your Honor, I think the audacity, the boldness to steal these weapons from a police car goes to show what exactly the nature of this defendant is and what we're dealing with here. And even more than that, Judge, it appears from the underlying facts that the defendant may be implicated in a series of other car burglaries. We've got a Glock switch that converted one of those weapons into a fully automatic weapon. He was conspiring with another juvenile, a 16-year-old, to steal the weapons, which the photograph is attached to my sentencing memorandum if you've seen it. This was nothing less than an arsenal that these kids managed, Judge. I shudder to think what could have become of these weapons if they would end up in the hands of other criminals, if they could have been used against law enforcement, Your Honor. Long gone are the days where there's a low caliber Saturday night special that these kids use, in some type of the crime. They are loaded for bear with fully automatic weapons. I'd ask the court to make an example.
He's ended up in my office in the front hallway and only turned in shirts. And I'd like the court to take notice that those weapons are off the street and back into the
Could you speak up a little bit, please?
back into the department. We go open because I do not have a recommendation. You can place him on probation for a period of 10 years and see what he does. These are third-degree felonies that I can do. At the very end, state jail does the theft of the firearm. You could put him in a state jail for the period of time and put him on probation for the other one. I would ask that if you are going to send him to the penitentiary, that maybe in the reference to the sexual offense, that you do place him on probation, so that we can have some accountability for him once he got out for a period of time. That would give the court maybe whether or not he's learned his lesson. Now, as you peruse through the 37 pages of incident reports, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I've talked at length with Mr. Thomas about those. And he'd like to address the court on those. It is what it is, and that's not behavior of whether or not he would be able to follow the court's orders if he can't follow what's going on in jail for a period of time. Reference to probation. I would ask that the court would ask Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, go ahead. You have something to say?
What do I have to say? I could just say it's just young, dumb, just being in jail at a young age, not really knowing the last. I got write-ups.
Yeah, but once you get several write-ups, the whole point of growing up is to learn from your mistakes. So if you keep getting write-ups, then you can't just say I'm young and dumb.